Hello, my name is Sujin George and welcome to this lecture series of surveying. In my previous video, we had discussed the trigonometric leveling. In that, we had discussed the case 1, that is when the base of the object is accessible. In this video, we will discuss about the case 2, when the base of the object is not accessible. Now again, in this case, two sub-cases arises. First is when near theodolite is higher than far theodolite. Now consider this figure. In this figure, we have to find the height of this tower. This height of this tower PQ. But here we cannot find the horizontal distance between the instrument and the tower because of some of the other obstacles. We are not able to find the horizontal distance d, but still we can find the height of the tower with the help of this instrument that is known as the theodolite. Okay. Now as far as this case is concerned, it is saying when near theodolite is higher than far theodolite, means this theodolite is near to this tower, so this is higher, this theodolite is higher than the far theodolite. This is the near theodolite and this is the far theodolite in comparison to the tower. So this is higher than this. So the procedure is, first the theodolite is set up at this point A. Theodolite is set up at this point A and it is leveled perfectly. After that, the angle of elevation, it is taken to the top of the tower. The angle of elevation is taken to the top of the tower. Suppose this angle of elevation, it comes out to theta 1. This angle is given as theta 1. Okay. Then this angle can be measured very easily, okay, with the help of this theodolite at this point A. The backside reading is taken on the leveling staff at this benchmark. Okay, leveling staff is held vertically at the benchmark and the backside reading is taken with the theodolite at this benchmark. Now let this backside reading be called as X. Let this backside reading be known as X. Next, this theodolite, it is shifted from this position A and it is transferred to this position B. Again, the angle of elevation is measured to the top of the tower. The angle of elevation is measured to the top of the tower. Let this angle of elevation be theta 2. This angle of elevation is theta 2 and also the backside reading is taken on the leveling staff held at the benchmark. Okay, this is the backside reading. Let this backside reading be Y. Let this backside reading be Y. Now here, suppose this height, it is given as capital H. This height is given as capital H. Okay, and the distance between both the theodolites, let the distance be this distance between both the theodolite stations, this distance, let it be small b, and the distance between the theodolite at station B and the tower, the horizontal distance, let this horizontal distance be capital D. Now here, suppose if we consider this small triangle, if this small triangle is considered, so let this triangle, if this small triangle is considered, let this triangle be called as triangle C, D and E. Triangle C, D, E. Let it this height. Okay, so this is triangle CDE. Now here what we are assuming is that these points or these stations A, B and P, they are in the same vertical plane. Okay, these stations A, B and P are in the same vertical plane. Fine. Now let this distance, this small height, let this height be h, small h. Okay, so this h, it is nothing but it is the difference between both the backside reading, that is this reading minus this reading, we will get h. So h, this h, it is equal to this d itself, isn't it? This h is equal to this d itself. So h is equal to d, it is equal to the difference between backside readings. Fine. Now if we consider this triangle CDE, consider triangle CDE. So this triangle CDE, it is actually a right angle triangle. This is CDE and it is at right angle over here. So this is at right angle. This angle is given as theta 1. Okay, this angle is given as theta 1. So this angle is theta 1 and this DE is given as h itself. See, h is equal to DE. So this will be h. So tan theta 1 will be equal to h upon CE. H upon this CE. So CE will be equal to h upon tan theta 1, or this could also be written as h cot theta 1 because inverse of tan is cot. So this CE distance, it is equal to h cot theta 1. So this CE, this is equal to h cot theta 1. So at the base of the ground, this distance is also equal to CE. This distance is also equal to CE. So this distance is equal to CE is equal to h cot theta 1. It is h cot theta 1. Now if we consider this triangle, suppose this is point F, this is point G. Okay, so if we consider this triangle FQG, consider triangle FQG. So again, this is this triangle FQG, it is right at 90 degree at this point G. Okay, so if we make this triangle over here, this is 90 degree at here, FQG. This is 90 here. This angle, it is given as theta 2. This angle is given as theta 2. And this height QG is given as capital H. Height QG is given as capital H. And this distance FG, it is given as this horizontal distance D. This is horizontal distance D. So here tan theta 2 will be what? It will be opposite upon adjacent. So that will be H upon D. H upon D. So H is equal to D tan theta 2. H is equal to D tan theta 2 let this be equation 1. Then if we consider this triangle, that is DQG. We consider this triangle DQG. Now DQG is again somewhat like this. Okay, this is D, Q, and this is G. Here it is at 90 degree. Okay, this is at 90 degree. We are considering this triangle DQG. This QG is equal to H. QG is equal to H. And this angle, this will be equal to theta 1 itself. Okay, this angle will also be equal to theta 1 because this is corresponding angles. Okay, so if this is theta 1, this angle should also be equal to theta 1. So this angle is equal to theta 1. Now here, tan theta 1, it will be equal to, tan theta 1 will be H upon dg. H upon dg. Now this dg, see from here we can see that this total dg, it is equal to this df plus fg. dg is equal to df plus fg. So we can write this as h upon df plus fg. Now this distance df, how this can be written? Here this distance df, it can be written as, this total is b and this is h cot theta 1. So this distance df is from here till here. This will be equal to b minus h cot theta 1, isn't it? So this distance df is equal to b minus h cot theta 1 and fg is equal to d. So here this h, it will be equal to, fg is d. This will be d plus, this is b minus h cot theta 1. b minus h cot theta 1. And this could be written as into tan theta 1. Okay, because df is equal to this b minus h cot theta 1 and fg is equal to d. So this can be written as, if h is equal to d plus b minus h cot theta 1 tan theta 1. So let this be equation number 2. Okay. Now if we consider these equations 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, we get both are equal to h. Both these equations are equal to h. So we can write this as d tan theta 2 is equal to, this will become d plus b minus h cot theta 1 into tan theta 1. Okay. Now if we open the bracket, what we will get? This will become d tan theta 2 is equal to d tan theta 1 plus b minus h cot theta 1 into tan theta 1. Now if we send this d tan theta 1 over here, this will become minus d tan theta 1. So this will be d into tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 is equal to b minus h cot theta 1 into tan theta 1. So here this d, if we send this tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 over here, we will get the value for the formula for d. So this d, it will be equal to, d is equal to b minus h cot theta 1 into tan theta 1 upon tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1. Okay, so this is the formula for calculating this horizontal distance d, because this level, this ground is not accessible. You cannot calculate the horizontal distance because this is penetrating through the ground. So it is not easy to calculate the horizontal distance. Okay, so here the base of object is inaccessible, it is not accessible. So in order to calculate this horizontal distance d, this formula can be used, and here we can calculate these distances b, h, theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, this b can be easily calculated, this b length, it can be easily calculated. Also this h can be calculated. Fine. Now here if we need to calculate this h, so where h is equal to y minus x. See, if we need to calculate this height h, so this h is this reading y minus this reading x, isn't it? So here we got the value for this horizontal distance d. Now if we need to find the height h, height capital H, so we can substitute this value of d, substitute value of d in equation 1. So equation 1 is this equation. This is equation 1, h is equal to d tan theta 2. So in place of this d, if we substitute this formula, okay, I will write equation 1 over here, h is equal to d tan theta 2. So in place of d, if we substitute this formula, we will get h is equal to, this will be b minus h cot theta 1 tan theta 1 upon tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2 into tan theta 2. Okay, so this is the formula for calculating the height h. Now please keep this thing in mind that this height h is not till the ground level. It is actually the the vertical distance between the near theodolite, this is the near theodolite to this tower, and the top of the tower. Okay, this is the height between the axis of the near theodolite and the top of the tower, that is h. Now if we need to find the RL of the top of the tower, so RL of top of tower, that is top of tower is this point Q. So if we need to find RL of point Q, so that will be equal to this RL of benchmark plus this distance y plus this distance h. It is equal to RL of benchmark plus y plus capital H. Okay, if we know the RL of benchmark, from there if we add this distance, this vertical distance y, plus if we add this vertical distance h, we will reach to the top of the tower Q. Okay, so hence we can find the RL of top of the tower by this formula as well. Thank you.